The reinstallable M82 with visible profiling is the most flexible, functional system on the Movinord range. It solves entire workspace layouts. It caters for both private areas and areas which call for open space. The system can be complemented with D82 wall cover and Movinord wall storage modules. Its visible splice profile system means it is quick to assemble and dismantle, allowing for space redistribution without halting work in the building. The modules are 100% reusable and interchangeable per the CERFF standard, making changes with no additional cost material. Its general accessibility and easy wiring access also aid utility maintenance. Users benefit from a good acoustic insulation, 45 dB on blind modules, 44 dB on mixed glaze modules, and 37 dB on door modules per EN ISO 1403, and up to 90-minute fire resistance per UNE 23802 1979. First of all, the installation is reconfigured by tracing the partition axes on floor, ceiling and walls, marking door hollows. The bottom runner is fitted, starting with the corner bottom runner or failing that from the walls. 3-meter bottom runner sections are then fitted and secured to the floor, normally with self-taping screws and plugs. Spaces are left for the door hollows and cuts are preferably left against the walls. The bottom runner sections are joined with M82 bottom runner fittings. The studs are cut from the top approximately 85 millimeters below ceiling height, and the tightener set is fitted at the top. The bracings are prepared by screwing a connector at each end. The 90-degree corner frame is prepared by joining 2 studs with corner connectors. The top runner is fitted, starting with the corner top runner, or failing that from the walls. As many 3-metre profiles as required are then fitted. The top runner sections are joined with top runner fittings. Any cuts made to perfect the fit are preferably left against the wall. Two perpendicular top runners are joined with a door bottom runner. Before installing the start profile, it should be cut from the top to approximately 75 millimeters below ceiling height. The start is left to rest on the bottom runner, inserted in the top runner where it remains concealed and fixed to the wall. Where two perpendicular partitions meet, a cut at the top is recommended to enhance the fit with the top runner. The door studs are prepared by screwing the door bottom runner on at the bottom and fitting the terminal securing brackets. The studs are housed in the bottom and top runners, adjusting the tightness sets so that they press against the top runner, without displacing it if the ceiling is light. The bracings and the studs are joined by screwing the connectors into the pre-machined bores on the studs with 2 screws. The modulation is ensured thanks to the dimensional precision of the supplied bracing. Modules of less than 1,200 millimeters are preferably installed against the wall. A tightener leveler plus leveler supplement may also be used instead of a tightener set. Floor-to-ceiling doors are fitted by joining the vertical stiles to the horizontal via a door frame square to strengthen the mitre joint. The assembly is then placed in position, the horizontal frame partially inserted into the top runner. The studs are fitted to the frames via terminal securing brackets. The door bottom runner, previously fitted onto the studs, is then screwed onto the bottom runner. The hinge reinforcements are then screwed onto the studs or bracings, if relevant. To install double glazed windows, first of all, screw the double glazing frame fittings onto the bracings. The double glazing frames are then clipped onto these. If the window reaches the ceiling, the door bottom runners are screwed on to the top runner in double glazing position. To achieve a better finish, a double glazing square is fitted by screwing it into the pre-machined bores on the horizontal and vertical frames. When the vertical frames have been fitted, the upper horizontal frame is clipped onto the connections. If the window starts from the floor, the lower frame is housed in the bottom runner. The single glazing frame is also housed in the bottom runner if the window starts from the floor. Single glazing frames are screwed onto the studs and bracings with screws with fitted spacers to prevent the frames from deformation through excess pressure. If the window reaches the ceiling, the upper horizontal frame is fitted once the vertical frames have been fixed. The horizontal frame is clipped onto the door bottom runners, which are screwed onto the top runner in single glazing position. The panels are cut to approximately 75 millimeters below ceiling height and 7 millimeters less than measurement between module axes if the modulation is not standard. The panels are inserted into the top and bottom runners and are secured with the splice profiles. The measurements to cut the panels in the 90-degree corner are taken. When the exterior corner has been cut, it is inserted into the top and bottom runners and is clipped to the corner connectors. The same process is followed for the interior corner. The panels are installed, securing them with splice profiles, the cut ends of which are inserted into the top runner, while the non-cut end rests on the bottom runner, housing them gradually in the studs from bottom to top. When one face of the panel has been fitted, the mineral fibre is fitted, packing the hollows tight. Small pieces of structural profile are fitted to prevent the panels from deforming inwards.